What's up everyone, Patrick here, welcome back. Moving on to the next question. We have to find what the equation of the line is that's passing through this point, -4, -3, and then perpendicular to this line, 5x plus 3y is equal to 2. So when we're finding the equation of a line, we either need 2 points on the line or we need a point and the slope. So notice we're not given 2 points, we're given 1 point, this -4 and -3, and we just actually need the slope. And then once we have the slope and the point, we could find the equation, and we could find it in different formats. So to get this slope, notice we're told that the line, the equation of this line that we're finding, is going to be perpendicular to this line. So let's say that this line over here is like that. And if this line, the equation that we're finding, is perpendicular to this line, it means that this slope is a negative reciprocal of that slope. So what we could do is we could find the slope of this line over here, because we have the equation. The way we do that, we put this in y equals mx plus b form. So if I write it out over here, if I isolate for the y, bring the 5x over, divide everything by 3, like that. So this line and this line are the exact same thing. We just changed the format, and the reason why is because we want the slope, which is -5/3. And this diagram actually kind of makes sense because it's a downward sloping line. So the equation of this line over here, or the slope of it rather, is -5/3. But we don't want this slope, we want this slope. This is the line that we're looking to find the equation of. So what we do is we take that slope and then, let's put a perpendicular sign there, we would take the negative reciprocal of it. So we would flip it and then change the sign. So notice it's a negative, so it would become a positive, and then when we flip it, it would just be 3/5. So the slope of this line here is 3/5, like that. And now we have a point on this line. Remember, this point, -4, -3, is on this line, and we have the slope of it, so we could find the equation of it. And we could find it in different formats, so you got to be careful. If this is like a multiple choice question, the final answer could be in different formats. So if we want to put it into y equals mx plus b form, we would do y equals 3/5x plus b, and then we would plug in -4 for x, -3 for y, and solve for b. So this would end up being -12/5. This would be -3. This would be plus b. Bring it over. This -3 is over 1, which is like -15/5, right? Because we need a common denominator, plus 12/5. When we bring it over, it becomes positive. So the b value in this case would end up being, what, -3/5? Right? -15 plus 12 is -3. So let me just double check here. Everything's all good. Yeah, it looks fine to me. So this would end up being -3/5. All right, so that is one format for the line. But it could be in other formats as well. So if we wanted to get it in standard form, we can multiply everything by 5. So we'd have 5y. The 5's would cancel out, so this would just be 3x. The 5's would cancel out, so we'd just be left with -3. And then we can bring this over, right? We want to have that coefficient in front of the x to be positive. Or maybe even on a multiple choice test, it might not be positive. Maybe they would bring all of this here. It would be -3x plus 5y plus 3, right? But more likely than not, this would be a format. So this and this are the exact same line. So either one of these could be the answer. Another thing is it could be in this format. So we could have y minus y2 equals m times x minus, or sorry, let's call this y1. And the point would go for x1 and y1. So we would end up having y minus negative 3 equals the slope x minus negative 4. When you simplify this, this would be y plus 3 equals 3 over 5 x plus 4. So this here is another format. So just be careful with these kinds of questions, because you can get a question like this, but if it's a multiple choice test, the same line can be in different formats. So sometimes you got to adjust the answer that you get. Usually, personally, I get it in this format, and then I adjust either this format or that format. Actually, this one, you don't have to go from here to here. You can just go from here to here, right? So just be on the lookout for that stuff.